In ancient Egypt, where the pharaoh was a living god, the very notion of regicide was an unthinkable violation of divine order. Yet, Pharaoh Teti, founder of the powerful 6th dynasty, met a fate unlike any king before him. His end was not divine, it was the result of cold, calculated treachery within his own palace. We journey back to 2345 BC to uncover the dark conspiracy. The evidence, though subtle and scattered, points to a violent, internal conflict, a crime that would forever stain the legacy of the Old Kingdom. We seek the serpent that struck within the palace walls. Teti ascended to the throne, beginning the 6th dynasty after King Unas. His claim was potentially weak, as he was likely not Unas's son. To legitimize his rule, Teti married Princess Pepi I, the royal daughter, threading the needle of dynastic continuity. His powerful Horus name, Seheteptui, he who pacifies the two lands, was a direct acknowledgement of instability and rivals that needed to be subdued. While Teti brought initial stability, commissioning his pyramid and establishing trade, the kingdom contained internal friction that would soon prove fatal. Teti's reign marked a critical shift, the decentralization of power. High officials, the nomarchs, began amassing immense regional wealth. Their tombs, such as that of Vizier Mereruka, grew to rival those of the pharaohs themselves. This burgeoning independence eroded the pharaoh's absolute authority. The nomarchs saw themselves as regional rulers, not mere servants. This political environment, where power was fracturing and ambition was unchecked, created the ideal conditions for a conspiracy to thrive. The stability Teti sought to maintain was dissolving from within. The primary evidence for the assassination comes from the later historian Manetho. His record is chillingly concise. Teti was murdered by his own bodyguards. This suggests an intimate betrayal. Historians believe it was a harem conspiracy, a plot orchestrated by a secondary wife or an ambitious minister who aligned with the most trusted men, the royal guards, to place their own faction on the throne. The conspiracy was a masterpiece of infiltration. The attack would have been instantaneous and lethal. Teti, the God King, died a violent death in his own palace, a profound and horrifying violation of Marat. The man whose duty was to ensure the pharaoh's safety was the one who delivered the fatal blow. The assassins had their king, but their victory was precarious. Teti's death immediately triggered a succession crisis. Into the power vacuum stepped Userkare. Userkare's reign was shockingly brief, perhaps only a year or two. He left almost no lasting monuments, and his name is largely erased from the records of loyal officials. This suggests he was a usurper, a puppet king installed by the victorious assassination faction. The brevity of his rule is the strongest proof that the assassination was followed by a failed coup d'etat. The conspirators won the battle, but quickly lost the war. The rightful heir, Teti's son Pepi I, quickly restored order. His long reign began with a decisive act of retribution. Archaeological evidence confirms the brutality of the aftermath. Teti's other son, Teti I, was also found to have been violently killed, likely in the immediate post-assassination power struggle. Pepi I set out to purge the conspirators from history itself. In the tombs of high-ranking officials from Teti's time, names and images were deliberately chiseled out, a systematic damnatio memoriae. Pepi I's message was clear: those who violate the sacred order by murdering a king will be utterly destroyed and erased from memory. The dynasty was saved. But the lesson was stark. Power at the top was no longer absolute. The assassination of Teti was a pivotal moment. It exposed the dark reality beneath the divine facade. shattering the myth of the unassailable pharaoh and proving that courtly ambition could overpower even the most sacred authority. The event foreshadowed the political fragmentation that would eventually lead to the collapse of the Old Kingdom. Though the conspirators were erased from history, the shocking truth of the palace betrayal endures. Teti's story stands as a powerful, chilling testament to the fact that even the most powerful man on earth cannot escape the serpent in his own court. The subsequent purge by Pepi I ensured the survival of the 6th dynasty, yet the violence unleashed by the plot cast a long shadow. The incident accelerated the very trend Teti had fought to contain: the rise of powerful, independent officials. Once the divine king could be slain, the unity of the realm was forever compromised. The systematic damnatio memoriae failed to erase the crime completely. The fragmented records of Manetho and the mutilated tombs of the conspirators tell a story the Egyptians desperately tried to hide. It is a testament to the fact that power, even divine power, cannot silence the ambition of man. Teti's story stands as a chilling, timeless record. It reminds us that beneath the gold and granite of history's greatest empires, the human drama of treachery and succession plays out. The serpent was struck, but the venom had already spread. Pharaoh Teti died a mortal death, a victim of the very court he ruled. If you are enjoying the story, smash the like and subscribe button. It tells me you want more deep dive into famous royal, historic and high-profile assassinations.